Aries, a zodiac child. Here's your reading for November 2017. As usual, guys, this is a general reading. So the energies and messages here can either be coming to you or be coming directly from you. All the messages here will not resonate completely with your unique situation, nor are they all meant to. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Go ahead and see the description box to book a private reading for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and bless the decks and we'll get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Aries with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. All right, Aries, we're coming into the reading. Wow, how great. The Tower card here. Okay, we're just going to put it to the side. Aries, okay. So, here's the heart of the matter here in the center. And these four corners here are basically the environmental, the environmental stimuli that may either exacerbate or help the issue at hand here in the center. And then these cards in the corner here are kind of just how to fuse these two ideas together. Let's see, Aries. I haven't seen all of these cards around the circumference here, so we're going super intuitive this month. But let's just discuss the heart of the matter here. Okay, so in traditional tarot, you have the World card reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Five of Wands reversed. So Aries, you could maybe be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Aries, I'm feeling a lot of apprehension, which is quite contrary to your sign, you know, or the general understandings of the Aries archetype, you know. But I feel, Aries, that with the World card reversed here and the Five of Wands, I'm picking up that there's something that you want to do or you want to say to someone or to a circumstance, but you aren't really saying it. Like, I feel like you're holding back, which makes me kind of come to the conclusion that I believe that you're trying to approach this in the best possible way. But Aries, I feel as though there's lack of closure here. There is a reason for this apprehension. And I also feeling like it's really bottling up inside of you. And I feel like you kind of don't really want to say anything maybe right now at this point in time, because I feel as though you kind of know that nothing great maybe will come out of your mouth when you say these things. I'm kind of getting like mixed emotions here, Aries, because I'm all for, you know, us holding back and saying things at the appropriate time, of course, because we always want things to be absorbed and not ignored. And how we approach the issue is extremely vital to a favorable outcome, of course. But it's really stressing you out. It's really causing a lot of kind of feelings to kind of, they're bottling up. I feel like this is like an explosion almost waiting to happen. But like I said, going back to the not having closure, I never really looked at the Five of Wands reversed here as being a card of kind of not wanting to do anything, or kind of avoidance, I feel. Now, whether the avoidance is for a reason and the reason is veracious, you know, and it holds some veracity, it holds some truth to it, that's okay. But I'm not really sure if that's really what it is yet until we flip over the other cards around the circumference. But initially, I'm just picking up that you're never going to have that completion, Aries, if we don't say anything. And my guides are kind of telling me, like, you don't have the whole story right now. And I realize I don't, you know, without flipping the circumference cards over. But I'm feeling as though there's a good reason for this in terms of your apprehension. And with the Tower here, in terms of how you come into the reading, I feel like there's going to be a change. There's going to be a shift of energy. I'm feeling, Aries, that this is sort of a learning curve for you that you're going to possibly learn this month, or come to the conclusion, I should say, that sometimes we need to hold back. And I'm glad to see, Aries, that you are holding back, given that it's merited, you know. But I'm also kind of concluding, like, why are you allowing it to bottle up inside of you to the point where it's stressing you out? Like you're having almost very inimical thoughts kind of running through your mind. But there's also, I mean, obviously, Aries, it's important. I mean, I can see it here, you know. But then there's a reason for not exerting that or for saying anything. I feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And with the World card here as your first card that popped out, reversed, I mean, that's not a great sign. Now, it can be, depending upon divine timing or timing and just in general. But it looks, or it appears, or it feels, Aries, like it's pretty serious here. Normally I would talk a little bit more and maybe kind of go more into detail with the cards in terms of the heart of the matter before we flip over the circumference cards. But I'm just going to flip them over because I feel like we need more information. Let's see. Okay, Seven of Cups reversed for you. The Nine of Wands reversed. The Five of Pentacles, okay. The King of Pentacles here. All right. Let's go over here for a second. Excuse me. You don't want to make the wrong decision here. And you almost feel, Aries, as if you want to give up. Okay, I'm kind of picking up to Aries, like maybe you don't feel like your ideas are heard. You are maybe feeling like your ideas or your ambition, your goals in terms of adding to the creativity of something, whether it's a relationship, partnership, whatever it may be for you. I feel like you feel as though it's being ignored. People are being very dismissive of your opinion or of your wants. You feel like you don't have the strength to continue moving forward. But I'm sensing a lot of stagnation here. I'm sensing a lot of fear, Aries, as well. Like, you don't want to upset the wrong person. But Aries, I feel as though you're upsetting yourself in the long run. And I usually say in a lot of my readings, you know, that ambition can be debilitating. But I feel here, it's as if the lack of exhibiting the ambition can also be detrimental or debilitating as well here. You are in fear of making the wrong decision. I feel like you don't want to let someone down. But then I also feel like you don't want to put the effort into making a decision. You don't want to... I feel like someone has expectations of you, and you want to make sure that you make the correct decision, which is why you're avoiding maybe speaking about this. I'm also picking up, Aries, you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of as well, especially with the Nine of Wands here reversed. You're almost there, Aries. And I was going to say at the beginning of the reading that the World card can also be viewed as maybe giving up at the last minute. Giving up when it's most important. Giving up when you're almost there. I'm also picking up two Aries that maybe for some of you, you feel like you've made a lot of wrong choices right now. And you're very deathly scared or in fear of making future wrong choices in a sense. I mean, that's kind of a general term or general idea, of course. But I feel as though people have told you that you're delusional, or that I'm feeling like you're coming down on yourself here. You're not feeling like your normal self. You don't want to, you're not feeling heard. I'm really picking that up here really heavily. And you're kind of giving into it, Aries, a little bit. But I also feel like on the other spectrum, on the other side of the situation, kind of feels as if like you're seeing some validity in this. You're seeing as if like people are using a lot of your mistakes or the things that you've done in the past kind of against you, to tell you, to kind of debilitate you, to tell you, oh, you know what? You haven't done anything right up until this point. So like, why are you going to continue to do things? Apparently, your opinion and your plans and your creativity doesn't really matter because it doesn't amount to anything. I'm really feeling like that's what they're telling you, or that's what's being portrayed here. And I feel, Aries, as if you're kind of believing that a little bit. And it's frustrating you because you feel like you're holding back. And Aries doesn't hold back. As a fellow Aries moon here, I understand that feeling of being blocked and of not being acknowledged and of having your ideas being very dismissed. I'm getting a very dismissive type of vibe here. Let's go over to this side. Let's see. Definitely, Aries, like you don't want to feel left out. I feel like you want to be part of the group, which by human nature is understandable. You know, it really is. But I'm also feeling, Aries, like you know that by you holding back, it's still alienating yourself. And I really feel as though you kind of going along with this idea of just hush and not say anything and to kind of just be passive. And I feel as if you're waiting on something maybe too. I feel as though, okay, I feel like you're trying to avoid being alienated or being ostracized. But if you're not your true authentic self, Aries, that's going to make you feel ostracized by default, but feeling that within yourself. Feeling like you can't say what you want and you can't express who you really are. And it's really doing, it's like doing a number on you. You really want to belong in this group or this situation or this partnership. But Aries, you must ask yourself if someone or people within the environment are telling you that your opinion doesn't matter, or for you to hold back, or for you to not be able to express yourself and be who you are, how can you, or why would you want to continue on obliging them and being part of their circus? And I'm not saying you're part of it. I'm just saying like you're diluting your personality and yourself down to accommodate these people or this circumstance or situation. Wow, Aries, this is crazy. Let's flip these cards over. Let's see. Okay, the Fool and the Star reverse. Going back to my idea of placating yourself. I feel as though now, Aries, with the Fool card here, I kind of feel as if you're taking a new approach to the situation. Like you're taking one for the team. Well, why are you taking one for the team if you're feeling less than great? You're feeling as if you just want to give up. You're feeling as if everything that you are trying or that you have tried isn't amounting to anything. I'm feeling like you want to make a situation right and correct, so you feel like just kind of standing against the wall is going to maybe complete this for you. And over here with the Star reversed, I feel like you're not being honest with yourself. There's a lot of stagnation going on here. But I feel as if, like, going back to the idea, Aries, of you sort of believing it. You sort of, I'm also kind of picking up maybe for some of you, you are seeing other people's perspectives a little bit. I'm also picking up too, maybe, Aries, for some of you, you're waiting on other people to make the mistake. But it's driving you insane. It's causing you to have like an upheaval with yourself. You're holding it in, Aries. And when you can't express yourself, Aries, it's really uncomfortable for you. You're not used to holding back like that. I do feel like some change is going to come from this. Like, you're going to maybe see that holding back does have its benefits. But you should hold back because, Aries, you know that maybe you're curbing your emotions for a greater cause. But you can't really hold back if it's really causing you to implode. It's causing you to really just kind of dislike yourself. Like, I feel some level of uncomfortability, but it's uncomfortability to the point where you feel, going back to the idea, Aries, like you can't say it. People aren't taking you serious. I feel like, Aries, you kind of need to maybe readjust people in your environment. You're going to have to understand that there are people that maybe don't have your best interests in mind or at heart. But I do feel as if you don't want to be left out. But I feel if you continue on with this, Aries, this imploding, you're going to feel left out anyway, because you won't have the confidence in yourself to muster up the courage to rise to the occasion when it calls for it. Very interesting, Aries. Let's see. So the Tower here, excuse me, big change coming. But I'm glad to see that it's upright though, Aries. So it's not that you're avoiding it. You're trying to embrace it. But it's very uncomfortable for you. And I feel as though when the change does come or the shift does come, that you won't get the most benefit from it. It's going to be as if you learn the lesson, but not all the way. You learn just enough to move forward, but the real lesson isn't there. Like you may be attempting to complete a cycle, but you're not being honest with yourself in the long run. So in the end, it's not really a cycle that's going to end. Okay, it's a cycle that's not going to end in the way as to which you see it ending, because the World card is here reversed. But I do see you trying to oblige other people or their maybe opinions a bit, but it's really just Yeah, I mean, it's making you feel very uncomfortable. You're putting yourself in a space, or you're allowing people to put you in a space where you're feeling worthless a little bit, Aries. You're feeling like you need to just be seen and not heard. Hmm. And even with the Seven of Wands here too, Aries, reverse. That's a card of not willing to fight for what you want. It's another card of giving up. Giving up, not having the confidence in yourself to continue on. Sort of in a sense, giving up, not wanting to fight. Giving up here, but coming out of a period of feeling like you are making the right decision. I'm sorry, let me start that over. Coming from a position of feeling like you possibly are making the right decision, but there's still some confusion there. There's an uncertainty here as well. But it's something you feel like you kind of want to do. It's a different approach. Ten of Cups here, Aries, with your advice card here. Very interesting. So I do feel, Aries, I mean, with the Ten of Cups here and the Seven of Wands, I do feel like something good will come of this. But you're battling really heavily with yourself. I feel like you're not giving into the process if you feel like this is the right thing to do. I'm feeling a lot of confusion as well, but the process is it's quite difficult for you. Which processes are quite difficult because that's how we learn, of course. But the World card here reverse is really worrying me. Things are maybe going to turn around. I think with the Tower card for sure, it's going to turn around, but it's not going to be completely successful. I feel like you're going to miss out on certain aspects of it. Very interesting, Aries. And for your last card here, the Four of Wands here. So feeling like you need to do this right now at this specific time, at this time and juncture. Wow, Aries. I'm feeling a little confused here too, like kind of what the main point or what the cards are trying to establish in terms of this situation. Well, the best thing that I can maybe give you, Aries, or tell you, or some type of advice would be, if you feel like this is the right thing to do, then go for it, you know? And if you feel like this is a lesson that you need to learn, go for it. Whatever you feel, your intuition are your guides, Aries. So let them guide you. But it's really upsetting. You don't feel comfortable at all. Which, going back to the idea of, we're not always going to feel comfortable. Granted. But I feel it's making you very angry. I feel like you have to do this. You're not an active participant in this. You don't see that it's for maybe your best benefit, because maybe it's not, Aries. Sorry about that. I kind of don't, I'm a little, leave me some comments, guys. Let's, if this resonates with you, fill in the gaps for me, and even for everyone else. Your story can resonate with a lot of other people as well, or it can help other people in terms of maybe filling in the gaps a little bit. Well, let's pull a Jesus card, see what he has for you. Well, take therefore no thought for morrow, or for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Matthew 6:34. Interesting. And he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. John 14:12. I feel, Aries, like there's a yearn for planning for tomorrow, which is okay. Hey, You know, we can't predict the future, but we can always anticipate it. But I feel as though, Aries, like you're not being true to yourself along the way. And I believe that with this Jesus card here saying, don't take thought for tomorrow, because tomorrow will pan out the way that it's meant to be, with or without your assistance, in terms of planning for it, or I don't want to use the word preparing for it, because that's not what I'm kind of going with this. It's like worrying about it so much to the point of putting your needs on the back burner. But I do feel, Aries, like you do feel like this is somewhat that something that you need to do, which is okay. Like I said, go for it. If this is what your intuition is telling you, always follow it. But I feel, Aries, that there's something to be learned here. I feel, Aries, like maybe the lesson of this is going to kind of be that no matter what we do, sometimes the inevitable will present itself. And I feel like maybe this is a lesson here for you, Aries, to kind of realize this. That sometimes we don't, the future, sometimes the tomorrow, you know, doesn't require our help or our assistance. That there's a greater divine purpose in plan here. And divine timing doesn't necessarily need our help. Because if it did need our help, there would never be a divine time. It would be on our time, and everyone on this earth, if we were left up to make our own decisions and run our life, we all would just ruin it, you know? We all don't know what we're doing half the time. But when we depend on spirit and we depend on our guides and we depend on that in which we confide in, it helps guide us. And I feel like this is kind of what it is. I feel as though spirit, God, your higher power, whatever it is, or whoever it is that you confide in, Aries, is letting you run the show right now, because I feel like the lesson here is going to be kind of going back or reiterating kind of what I'm saying, is like it's going to show you, like, no matter kind of sometimes certain circumstances, no matter what we do and how well we prepare for it, it's going to hit in the same manner as to which it was meant to. But don't lose hope, Aries. And don't look at the situation, if it doesn't pan out the way that you planned it to or that you wanted to, don't look at it as a negative thing. Don't look at it as if like, oh, I tried one time and I tried to be different and look what happened. It still worked out the way that it was. Yes, stay true to yourself, Aries, but don't go into it with the motive, I feel, Aries, okay? Don't go into it with the motive, and just do things from your heart and do things because you know it's right, not because you have an expected result. You know, it's kind of like giving without an expectation. I feel like that's kind of maybe the lesson here. Very interesting reading, Aries. Yeah, so leave some comments, Aries, and tell me if this resonates with you, how it pertains to your circumstance, your situation. I'm very curious to know, or to find out, or to give more to the puzzle. I want to flip this top card over. Yeah, you see? Be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. I feel like that's what it is, Aries. It's just believe in the process and don't try and go into it with the motive. Okay, Aries, I'll let you go. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Check the description box if you'd like to book a private reading. And when you're on the website, if you look to the bottom right-hand side, there's a little chat bubble. It's either green or blue. If you see a little red dot on top of that, that's me just trying to communicate with you, making sure you're finding everything okay, just to kind of converse back and forth with you so I can go ahead and provide the best service for you in terms of supplying and finding an answer to your needs for your particular situation. If you're interested in a reading, check out Mark 5, Matthew 6, and John 14. I feel like there's going to be something in there for you, Aries. Okay? All right, Aries, trust in the process. Sometimes, you know, things don't need our assistance, just our willingness to surrender to it. Okay, Aries, we'll see ya.